Okay, so I got a little bit inspired about an idea that just came about from some people that were with my local news, and they're starting to do a thing like, can we do it, which is kind of like a dirty job sort of idea. So that, and I was watching arm wrestler Devin Larratt. He was actually doing cuttings with his kids. So it's pretty interesting how this kind of idea is spreading about doing cuttings and growing things from nothing practically, or from minimal resources. So I decided to maybe come up with my own idea of, can you grow it? Now, obviously, I don't want to just try to grow anything that's completely useless given the current circumstances and some people projecting food shortages. Who knows what'll happen? We hope it doesn't get bad, but you never know. But anyways, it's always fun to grow stuff from nothing, especially to get something you like out of it. One thing people like, I like, is onions. So onions are not hard to grow. They grow quite easily. But so to typically grow an onion, you have to take sort of like the bottom half. Now the roots are around here. If you plant this section, what you'll typically get is you'll start to get sprouts. And these things grow easy, and you'll have green shoots that keep growing up more and more. And you can get a lot of onions from a single onion because once they flower, basically they spread their seeds and it'll take over your whole garden. I've never done it, but I've heard people who have done it. What I have here today, though, is I'm going to stray away from planting the half section and go straight to planting a really bad circumstance, which is a ring, a cut, a slice of this onion that has completely dried out, but it does have a sprout already happening. And this thing is completely dry. Kind of listen to it. Um, what I'm going to plant it in makes it a little more interesting. Now, this is basically compost that I've made myself. It's all from tree cuttings, pulling weeds out, leaves, whatever. Some sticks thrown in there, things like that get in there, but they seem to break down to a reasonable degree. Now, this has been composted for maybe 3 to 4 months maximum. Coffee grounds are thrown in there, some eggshells, wood ash, and it's not exactly a terrible compost because there have been some earthworms that I've found in there. So usually when you find earthworms, it means things are starting to go pretty good. And then there's some bugs, like some people would say, you got a little bit of a sort of microbiome, not microbiome, but sort of a little ecology, or whatever you want to call it, going on in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take this literal food scrap and put it in some free compost. And I'm going to water it and see if it works. I have no idea if it will, but that's what's interesting. I don't know if it's going to work. You don't know if it's going to work. Maybe you do. Maybe you know a lot more about this than I do, and if you've tried everything that's come out of your kitchen. But I haven't, so we're going to give this a go. So, how far down to plant it, I don't particularly know. Um, as you can see, I'm going to have to, I don't want to get all this dirt over my book, or my floor. So we'll cut to this, and yeah, we'll pretty much see how it grows over the next 3 to 4 days. I would say 3 to 4 days, you should start seeing a shoot if this thing is starting to take or do something. I don't know. But the end goal of this is to start getting some tall green shoots and to actually get rooting out of this. So Devin Larratt's video kind of inspired me. He had a video titled Roots. If you don't know who Devin Larratt is, go check him out. He's a great arm wrestler. If you're into strength sports, you'll really enjoy his content. So yeah, I'm a little inspired by him, to make this. So if this gets roots, that's a great success. So see you next time. Let's see how this turns out.